Mom's garage, but Abby the Labby is here. Abby, you want to say hi to the people? Say hi. Okay, maybe not. So yesterday I did a video. We were on our way to dinner and we stopped by Mom's flip project. Oh, wait, don't jump out of the... Okay, anyway. I did a video yesterday. We were on our way to dinner because on a Friday evening, what does everybody want to do except pop by their job sites, right? Right, Kinder? Exactly. That's just what we do. It's Friday evening, going by the houses, seeing what's going on. So, we went by one of Mom's houses that she's flipping. And I told y'all that she bought this house in November. And she closed on it while we were at She Buys It Live last year. Like, we really get deals done at She Buys It Live. Okay? Get your ticket to She Buys It Live on SheBuysItLive.com. I already unlocked the house, Mom. So, she's working on flipping this house, and I took you on a little tour of it. If you want to, I think there's a video right there that will give you a tour of this house. And Mom got this house through word of mouth. Okay, it was completely off market, but everybody in the neighborhood knows that we like to buy houses. So when this house was going to be available for sale, they called us and said, it's for sale. Now, this house had caught on fire, and I think it was an electrical fire. It started in the basement. Do you know how it happened, Mom?
Yeah, a water dispenser caught on fire. Like you see everywhere, the hot and cold water with 5-gallon water dispenser on top.
So, it was a water dispenser that they had in the basement. So, you know, you get like a 5-gallon jug of water at Sam's or something. It's got that dispenser, and it's got a hot side and a cold side. You know what I'm talking about? Like a water cooler. You know, they stand around the office on the break and stop at the water cooler. Hey, Abby doesn't need any food. So, that caught on fire in the basement, I think while they were asleep. And woke up, it was all over the news that there was a house fire on San Juan. We have a house on San Juan, and so we were watching the news and kind of freaking out. Went over, and it was not our house. But the insurance company paid out the sellers, and then they just wanted to get rid of the house. They didn't want to flip it. They aren't flippers or floppers or house buyers or any of that. So they called us, and because Dad's a really good negotiator, he bought it for $10,000 bucks. That's all they wanted, was 10 grand, because the insurance had already paid out everything. They had another house that they were living in, and for 10 grand we bought this house. So we've been working on flipping this house. And I say we, Mom and Dad have been working on flipping this house. And that's the difference. All right? When you're watching somebody else flip a house, and whether you're watching your parents flip a house, or you're watching your friends flip a house, or you're watching TV and somebody's flipping a house, it's totally different than when you are flipping a house. So if you watched that video last night when we did the house walkthrough, it was the first time I'd ever been in the house. Even when we bought it in November, we bought it sight unseen because we were just paying 10 grand for it. Like, all right, it caught on fire, shit's broke, we'll fix it, right? And the foundation of the house was good. The roof was good. The fire was in the basement, and so there was just smoke damage upstairs. Wasn't anything major, but we ended up just, you know, gutting everything because there was a little bit of a smoky smell. And they took all the walls down, put new sheetrock up. They redid both bathrooms while they had it completely gutted. They've done like a complete and full rehab on it. And it's totally different. Kendra says, amen, sister. It's totally different when you're watching somebody do a flip. No matter who it is you're watching do a flip, it's totally different than when you're doing the flip. And if you watch that video of us going through that house last night, you'll see I'm going through going, oh, it looks fantastic, and oh, the floors look amazing, and oh, this wall's wonderful, and oh, the paint's so pretty, and oh, look at the new bathtub. And when we were in the bathrooms, this was Mom's contractor that is doing this job, not my contractor, because I have some things that I do when I flip houses that everybody doesn't do, but I've had my contractors working on my job sites for so long that they know my little twists They know my little pet peeves. They know if they put the light fixture in with the lights facing down, I'm going to come through and say, no, we got to have the lights pointing up. Come on, you know this. So, because I've been training them for 6 years, a good man is hard to find, but you can train a pretty good man, okay? And I will say that Lonnie and Steve and Nick and all the guys that I've been training for the last 6 years, y'all are doing a fantastic job out there on my projects. But this was Mom's contractor, and he had not been properly trained to Whitney's way of flipping houses. So if you saw that video of us walking through the house, I noticed in both bathrooms that he's got the lights pointing down, which I just don't like, all right? When I got the camera, I want the camera up above me, but I want the lights to point up so that I get the reflection off the ceiling, and then the light bounces all the way around. When the lights point down on me, I feel like I'm getting like an IRS interrogation or an FBI interrogation or something, and it's just hot, and it just like, I just don't like it, all right? So I like all the lights pointing up in the bathrooms. You don't have to do that. I don't care. That's just what I do. That's how I've trained my men to do my flips. But that's the only thing that I found like wrong or that I would do differently on that flip. And it's a very small thing, and even if Mom calls her contractor, she could say, flip the lights, no big deal. It won't damage the value of the house one way or the other. But if you'll notice, Mom came through and she looked at the property. Okay, fine, good, whatever. It's taken too long, but it always takes too long. But when Dad came through, y'all say hi to Abby Labby and Louie? When Dad came through and he was looking at the house and he was talking on the video, there's Bruce Wayne. That's Tyler's son. That's my nephew, Bruce Wayne, if you've never met Bruce Wayne. When Dad came through, looking at the exact same house that I just went through and said, oh, it looks fantastic. When Dad came through, he came through and said, this is wrong, 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 this is wrong. And he had a laundry list of things that were wrong, right? Some of y'all watched that video. Some of you have seen it. Say yes in the comments if that's exactly how it happened. And I didn't even prompt him. I just said, hey, Dad, what's going on? Look, here's the whole pack. 2 French fries, 2 Mastiffs, and Abby the Labby. Sorry, I got distracted by the dogs. Anyway, Dad came through and he said, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And that is the difference. That is the difference. Because I went through and said, it looks fantastic. Why? Because it's not my flip. It's not my money. It's not my time. It's not my project. It's not my deal. And when you're watching people do a flip, you'll go through and say, it looks fantastic. But when it's your flip, like I'll take you to one of my flips maybe later today. When it's your flip, you're going through saying, why did he do that? Why is that not done? Why does this look like this? Why? So sometimes it's very nice to go to somebody else's flip and see what they're doing and encourage them. All right? Because if you ever flipped a house, you know the struggle is real. And it's not just the struggle that's real, it's the up level that's real, it's the process that's real, it's the money flying out the window, sometimes because they actually left the window open while you run in the air conditioner and you're thinking, come on, guys. That happened to me on my flip last week. It's totally different though when it's your flip or somebody else's. So when you're seeing pictures of people or you're seeing videos of people either on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, or on like the big TV, please know that even if you do see them in the middle of a mental breakdown, that's probably not the full breakdown that they're actually going through in their head. And if you are getting into flipping houses, know that it's not always unicorns and rainbows, all right? And April Crosley is amazing. In fact, I've had a little bit of jealousy on April Crosley this week because she's flipping a house with a pool in the backyard, a slide going into the pool. It's like an actual really nice house. And I told her, I was like, why don't my flip houses look like that? Like, that's a house I'd want to move into. And then Elaine reminded me that, no. Houses are like hookers. They're there for the money. Don't fall in love with them, all right? April is an expert fix and flipper. April is an absolute expert on borrowing other people's money to do fix and flips. April is an expert at showing you the real life, what it's actually like to flip a house. And even though I know she's showing us the real side, I also know, because I do fix and flip houses occasionally. I try not to anymore because I flipped like 6 houses this summer that I was also planning my wedding, and I got a little bit of PTSD from it. So I don't flip houses. Now I do lipstick on a pig kind of flips, and I'll show you some of what that looks like later. But remember, whatever you're seeing is probably a very small 2-second glimpse of what a 2-hour fit probably looked like. All right? And know that even though I show you the real things that are going on my flips, I show you the real things that are going on in my portfolio. Like, I had a tree fall on a house today, and it was going to be no big deal. I said, leave it. Well, of course they didn't leave it, and now they ripped the gutter off the house. It's totally different than Mom just got home because she had a septic system situation at one of her rental houses, and I was like, oh, well, you go handle that. I'll just stay home, make some videos, hang out, enjoy my Saturday morning. And then I got a call about a gutter situation. So remember, when you're seeing everybody else's flips, when you're seeing everybody else's struggles, when you're seeing everybody else's wins, when you're seeing everybody else's bad days, just encourage them. And remember that you could very well be in that position one day, or you may have already been in that position. You may have already seen the bad side. You may have already been through the trauma. And you may be waking up to a call tomorrow with a tree on one of your rental houses. All right? It's totally different what you would do when it's your property versus what you would do when it is actually your property. All right? I know some, what do they call them? Sunday morning quarterbacks? Backseat drivers. Oh, well, if I had a rental house and a tree fell on the roof, I would just blah, 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 blah. Or, oh, well, if a septic tank issue, then I would just call so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And, oh, well, it's real easy to say what you would do. But this is one of those situations where you don't actually know what you would do until it is you. All right? And I don't care if you flipped 100 houses like April Crosley has, or if you flipped 10, sometimes twice, like I have. Y'all just remember that when you're looking at somebody else's project, it's sometimes like watching somebody else's kid. Just encourage them, because you don't know what that silent struggle is that they're going through. You don't know what's happened in their contractor's life. You don't know what's happened in their other deals. You don't always know everything. So when you're watching somebody else's flip, whether you're just watching the pictures of it, or you're watching it in real life, or you're watching it on TV, you're not always getting the full picture. And it's totally different when it's your flip or when it's somebody else's. People are afraid to invite me over to their houses sometimes because they know I'm probably going to do a live stream and talk about them. Or they're afraid to talk to me on like networking events or at church or whatever, because they know if they say something that I think is stupid, I won't say anything to their face, but I'll be back later doing a video about them. So I don't have a lot of friends. But one reason people don't like to hang out with me is because they feel like if they invite me over, I'm going to be super judgy about their flip or their project. And I just want you to say that I love your flip, I love your project, and whatever it is that you're doing is fantastic, because that means that's one less project that I don't have to do. All right, Nick just hopped on right now, one of the men I've been training for a couple years. And he knows that if there's something I don't like, I'll let him know. But I will be very descriptive on what I do want and what I am expecting before he does it and I don't like it. All right, but if y'all want to invite me over, I'm happy to look at your flips. I have no advice for what you should do on your flip, and I have no real opinion. Whatever you're doing, I love, because it's what you want. I'm being good. I know Nick's watching, Mark. I know it. It's okay. Thought Daddy's going to hit me with his truck and tractor. Dad's been down dealing with the septic issue, right? He said rental property. Y'all got anything to say? Rental property is what Dad said. He's been out in the rain. What? Did you move that tree out of the driveway? Yes, sir. He's been moving a tree out of the driveway, and across the street, Mom's been talking to some of our other renters about their septic system. And the refrigerator's broke?
Yes, I don't think it's septic system. Yes, and there was a small wire showing on the cord, and I take that out. Then they told me the refrigerator was leaking.
Okay, well, what you don't know is I got another tree I need you to go pick up.
What's that at?
New Market.
That was my zone.
I also need a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a ladder.
You need a maintenance man.
All right, so we are going to be happy lady landlords today and go deal with all of our different projects on this beautiful rainy Saturday. Hope y'all are having a fantastic one. Yay! If you have any questions, if you're ready to start living the lady landlord lifestyle, go to getyourfirstdeal.com. Getyourfirstdeal.com and get started. It's only passive when it's rented, and even when it's rented, summer storms come through and tear a bunch of crap up, and you got to go fix it. And I mean actual crap. All right, we're dealing with septics. All right, if y'all have any questions, let me know. I want you to be a successful real estate investor. So before I let you go, y'all got one chance right here. Drop it down in the comments. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. Drop that down in the comments. Say, I am a successful real estate investor. And I'm going to go in here while y'all are typing that. And I'm going to get a Phillips head, a flathead, and a ladder. And Mom and I are going to go show you how to flip a house like a lady without messing up your nails. I can't decide on the topic. Should we flip a house like a lady without messing up your nails? Tomorrow is nail day. My pastor's here watching, so I can't cuss. I love Jesus, but I cuss a little bit, y'all. Or should I call the next video, How to Flip a House Like a Lady on a Budget? I'm also, we're going to go look at some granite today, too, if I can ever get off this video. We're going to go look at some granite, and then we're going to go to one of my houses. In the same house, I have an example of the best contractor I've ever used, and I have an example of the worst contractor I've ever used. So y'all are going to see a lot of me today, I hope, and we're going to eat lunch and then go check on the granite and then go to the house, and then we got to go up to our Airbnb because the bug guy's coming over, and maybe I'll even show you what an Airbnb house looks like after the people leave. Yay! Joanne says, I am a successful real estate investor now, and that includes vacation rentals. Woo! Absolutely. I love it. All right, y'all type that in the comments. I am a successful real estate investor now. And I'll see you on the next video.